Hello.
Hello.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe our day
Yeah.
from today.
What do you want to share about it?
Maybe this feelings I had this morning when I woke up, like lots of emptiness and darkness inside of me.
Yeah. I felt that a lot too.
Lots of heaviness and dark feelings and not being connected to myself actually.
Yeah.
And it was just like had to go through a lot of darkness throughout the day, you know.
Yeah. I experienced this too. I experienced in this moment just feeling so even empty of inspiration to share. And it's something I've been going through for months. And it's confusing to me. It's confusing my ego.
Mm-hmm.
And today I was feeling the darkness of that, of just kind of like the meaninglessness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was feeling also very disconnected from myself.
Yeah.
And it's been hard these last 4 months, 5 months, whatever. Since I've been away from shooting, I've been asked to just keep surrendering and surrendering and surrendering. Because it was such a big part of my identity, was shooting videos every day. I derived so much like, you know, validation, I guess you could say, from it. So today that kind of hit me hard, and being in a new place. And then like kind of like we were talking, losing ourselves into this connection.
Oh, this happens very subtle, I believe. Like
Sub
like
what?
not recognizing it.
Oh, subtly.
Subtly, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're close to someone, like it's very likely to lose yourself quickly. I think this was about my darkness this morning, like not being connected to myself anymore, not nourishing myself, and I think it was a breakthrough today to recognize, wow, we did that.
Yeah.
We did that. We didn't care of ourselves, or like
It feels almost like it's an inevitable thing that will happen, especially in a new connection that's really powerful.
Yeah.
It's almost like your soul wants to experience losing itself in a connection for a little bit, because like we were talking about, we're just here to explore frequencies together. So we got to explore this frequency of a little bit of disconnection and a little bit of codependency.
Oh yeah.
And we got to feel what that's like in a relationship. And like we were talking, the more we're connected to ourselves, the more we're actually connected to God. And so when we're really connected to ourselves and God, the relationship just flows. It's very effortless and easy, joyful, harmonious. But when we start losing ourselves to the connection, when, like I told her, when I was starting to put her feelings, how she's feeling before my connection to myself. And this just led to like a lot of, it leads to suffering and disconnection. And then the relationship, you'll start feeling this friction, some irritation.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that connection to yourself is so important.
Yeah.
But a relationship like this, or if you've had, you know, of course, strong relationships, you know, it just feels, they can kind of overwhelm you sometimes. And
I think it's very human to be on this journey together, and then to get a little imbalanced, and then finding back and forth, you know, like I think what you just mentioned with like putting the other person's needs as like first priority.
Yeah.
That's what we both did.
Yeah.
But we weren't aware of it.
Yeah.
Like I was in this mindset, I just want him to feel good all the time.
Yeah.
And then forgetting about myself actually, and you were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But when we met in this very painful place, we both figured out it was actually too late already.
Yeah.
Like, and then we had to untangle this a little.
Yeah.
And what did happen here? Like.
And like I was saying, it's actually better for me when you put yourself first. When your
Yeah.
connection to you and God is
It's,
everything to you.
yeah.
It's better for me, and it's better for you when I'm really connected to myself.
Yeah.
Because then I have more to give you,
Oh,
know,
yeah.
more to share with you from a pure
Absolutely.
place, from a place that's really connected to love
Yeah.
and peace. But when we're putting the connection before ourselves,
And we did this.
it's almost like
Yeah.
a place of ego.
Yeah, it's like a form of ego identification, like
In a way.
In a way, yeah. And then I just like we worked this through, and I said, so gosh, I was just neglecting like this space here, and you were also neglecting yours. And then I did a 20 minutes yin yoga session, and afterwards I was in a total different place, you know.
Yeah.
It's just having this 20 minutes for myself, just being with me, and afterwards the shift in quality between us, it was so so different.
Yeah,
you know?
we were in a different dimension together.
Absolutely, like.
And while she was doing the yin yoga, I was doing a meditation, finally.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't, since I've been in Berlin, I haven't really been as steady with my spiritual practices, which is totally fine and to be expected. And that's the other thing. We want to be gentle with ourselves, you know, when we're going through difficulties, struggles, when we find ourselves disconnected. It's not about being harsh with ourselves. It's just knowing like that's an experience too, and that's valid. It's valid to be a little disconnected. It's valid to lose yourself in a soul connection.
Yeah.
You know, these are valid experiences that helps us
absolutely
realize our truth even deeper.
And I think especially for you, like being in this new place, not understanding the language, like everything's new and strange for you.
Yeah.
You are in a sense like a stranger here.
Yeah.
And then having all this new experience, and then at the same time being in a soul-mate kind of connection.
Yeah.
It's just so human, you know.
Yeah, and one thing that's funny we were laughing about is my cats back in Montana. They've started emotionally eating. Like my mom's telling me that they're begging for snacks all day, and she's like feeding them snacks 4 or 5 times a day, and they're all gaining weight. And I've been doing the exact same thing. Like I literally don't eat sugar, but since I've been here, I've been having sugar like every night, like ice cream.
Yeah, I can say that's true.
Yeah, I just literally had like 2 things of donuts with milk. I was dipping donuts in milk. I mean, it's just crazy. But yeah, so lots of changes really quickly. It's beautiful because it's helping us to see ourselves so much more fully, even our shadow aspects, and to see, you know, really just it's really helping us to love ourselves more in a deeper way, in a more compassionate way. But it's hard in the moment when the shadows meet, you know, and you're in this place.
Yeah, I think maybe as soon as it's getting painful between us, we know that we're forgetting about ourselves. This is an indication for, okay, maybe I should just take a step back and maybe spend some time here and then coming back.
And while we were in it today, I just felt for a moment there just like a little bit lost in it, you know, like I couldn't really see clearly what was happening, and that's an indication that you're just disconnected from truth, from your heart, because the heart it's always so clear, it's always so simple, you know. But we were really getting analytical about what was happening, why you were getting triggered, why was I being irritated. And like I've always say, you can't really solve a broken mind with a broken mind, you know. And it really is just about coming into the heart space where things are just so pure, so simple, so easy.
Yeah, what I also see is like when there's a little bit of pain and I'm starting to analyze things with my mind, it doesn't really work for this connection. It doesn't solve problems like with the analytical mind, you know. It's, if it's not from the heart place, like it's not working. Can't be fixing this with thoughts and analyzing things.
It's for me, it's a connection that's bringing me even deeper into my intuitive mind.
Oh yeah.
my intuitive space. And you know, when we're in this place, it is like an expansive experience.
Yeah.
You know, that is beautiful because it can actually bring us into deeper connection with ourselves. It's just, you know, sometimes naturally
Yeah,
things,
this is a,
yeah,
it's just the
it's
natural
an
movement.
ebb and a flow.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, is just really having a deep acceptance with the natural flow of a relationship, of your life, of your healing work, of awakening. You know, sometimes it's going to be beautiful, sometimes it's going to be really messy. And when it's messy, to know like you're not doing anything wrong. That being the mess is part of the divine plan.
Oh yeah.
The mess is divine orchestration too. Losing yourself to another, codependency, disconnection, this is divine as well.
Yeah.
And these
it's part of this experience also.
Yes, it's very valuable. You know, we come here in many ways to experience the contrast. To experience, you know.
It's just not everything is light, you know.
Right.
When there's a lot of light between us, then there's also the darkness. And sometimes the egoic mind would maybe think that, oh no, darkness is not accepted here. We want to cling to the light all the time.
Yeah.
And then it's building another layer of, oh, why is there darkness? But I think it's so natural that in a very deep connection, there's both sides, you know.
Yeah, and I think the more connected to yourself you are, the less you label the darkness or the lower emotions. You don't even want to say lower. They're just all feelings and emotions. There's not good and bad emotions, good and bad feelings. You know, it's just you kind of move into the space of non-judgment of yourself, even in the relationship. Like, I was a little sharp today with some of the things I was saying, and this is just, you know, some unconsciousness in me. But to really be gentle with myself and to not judge myself for being this way, and just, okay, this something in me is a little wounded and you know, and needs a little bit of love and some compassion and some softness.
Yeah.
And so really, I think, you know, it just, the more you orient with awareness and less with the egoic mind, more you orient with your heart and less the egoic mind, you know, the more these things can just flow through, and the less you get stuck on them and attached to them.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned, is you can be free even in darkness. You know, you can be totally liberated even if there's hell going on in your outer life and kundalini burning, whatever. You can always find this place of liberation from it all. And that's true in real time in a relationship when there's friction, to just be like, oh, this is friction now. Not to see friction as negative, or there's a little bit of, you know, irritation coming up. There's someone got triggered. Oh, what a beautiful opportunity to discover something about ourselves in this relationship, you know. So just orienting that way instead of thinking, oh, I messed up again. I should have been this way. You know, that's I think one of the things I'm learning is just more gentleness and compassion in the moment, because typically how you treat yourself, that's how you're going to treat others.
It's a reflection. Like,
and it's always a mirror as well.
Yeah, we mirror each other very well, I think.
Absolutely.
And what we also found out, like you mentioned, you've been a little sharp today, or maybe yesterday. And then me getting triggered so easily, like every 20 minutes getting triggered all over again. We also discovered that it was like a downward spirally, you know. Me getting triggered so easily would make you even sharper, and then me getting triggered again.
My sharpness,
Yes. And then, it was just like, for me, I think when I find myself in a place where I'm triggered so easily, it's just another indication for, oh, maybe there's a little self-nourishment required.
And for me, I think this relationship really shows me where I'm these sharp edges. They bring this relationship helps to really mine out so much within me. You know, a powerful connection, I'm learning, will do this for you. It'll really help you see yourself more fully. I mean, this means all of yourself. And just bringing so much unconditional love, like a relationship like this. relationship I have with many of you, all of my clients, of course. It's just unconditional love, a place of no judgment. And can we bring that to ourselves? Like unconditional love and awakening, they're one movement, you know? And unconditional love means to fall in love even with your pain, with your shadow, with my sharpness sometimes, with the irritation, with the triggered parts of us that come up.
Oh, yeah.
It means really falling in love with these parts too. This is real unconditional love. Can we be in love with the overwhelming terror that's coming up, you know?
Yeah. Can we be in love with the super sensitive side?
Yeah.
Can we be
exactly
with the inner child that's
Mm-hmm.
reacting super sensitive to every irritation or
Yeah.
Can we even love that deeper?
Yeah. And so that's what I think we're learning how to do one day at a time.
Oh, yeah. It's a journey.
How long have we been talking? Okay, I think 16 minutes is good. Do you feel good?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to share?
I think it feels very complete.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Glad we did this.
Sure.
Helping get me in the flow. I can't tell you guys how many times I wanted to shoot a video for you guys, but I sit down and just empty. I'm like, all right, Divine, where's the flow, you know?
Yeah, you were just waiting for the right moment or the right energy state to shoot a video, but I think it's more about just getting in front of the camera, starting, and then the energy's coming. You know, that maybe it's never the right moment.
I know, and that's the spiritual ego is telling me, okay, you have to be in this state with this frequency. You have to have this lesson. Yeah. They have to learn this from you. Mm-hmm. It has to come across this way, and all these requirements. And it was just like, can you just speak from your heart? And I was like, why can't I just speak from my heart and share that I'm blocked creatively? Yeah. Why not just share that? That's beautiful to share. You know, it doesn't have to be. And
it's real and authentic.
It's real, and that's what is actually we admire in the people we love to watch is just the realness, the authenticity that they speak from a true place.
Yeah.
I listen to this comedian all the time, and I don't really even agree with anything he says, but he speaks from just this. He just says it, you know. He says what's true to him, and no filter, and it's just really nice to listen to that, you know. And I think it was nice just to have you here to be like, all right. You want to just shoot a video?
Oh, yeah, this was very spontaneously. Yeah. It's like he said, do you just want to shoot a video with me? And why not? Yeah. I mean, nobody has to see it. But
I feel like having you here just opens up other things, and it's really helpful.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. You're really, really good at it too.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
My first video.
Yeah. Wow.
My first ever video.
Yeah. Well, I think it feels like we should do more of these because we're learning so much together. We should be sharing. We should just be sharing.
And I think so many people, when they see it, they can relate because they're also experiencing those kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And it could be helpful for them.
Yeah, I think so. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I love you all so much. I'll see you in the next video.